Good morning, students. I welcome you all in my second class of class 11 history. I hope all of you remember what we have discussed in my last class, that we have discussed the first chapter, that is the from the beginning of time, and there we have discussed about how the humans like me and you have evolved from the apes, like a chimpanzee or a gorilla or an orangutan. We have been like this. We had lots of hair in our bodies, we had a different type of skull system, we had different type of gripping system, and from that we have emerged. We, the human being, we have emerged like me and you, how we look like. Now the question comes in today's class, which we are going to discuss. Now the question is that the story of human evolution, how the human being they have evolved. That means, like, yes, we understood that we have evolved from apes, fine. We have also have this clear idea from the fossils and from the other scientific researchers that we have evolved from a place called Africa, which is a general term. But we are not living in Africa, are we? We are living in Asia, somebody is living in Europe, somebody is living in Australia or America, right? And we look differently, we have different food habits, we have different skin color, we have different hair color. How that is possible? Now the question comes with this, that how we look different, how human beings have evolved in different parts of the world. To answer this question, we have to deal with two different, very different divergent theories. That is, one is known as regional continuity model and another is known as replacement model. The historians, the archaeologists, they have said about these two possibilities, these two ways. One is a replacement model and another is regional continuity model. Okay, so we have to understand these two completely different, completely divergent ideas to understand the human evolution. You can, all of you, if you have the book, you can see the diagram in page number 17 that in the replacement it was told that one origin was there, that is Africa. From Africa, people they have moved to places like Europe and Asia, right? People have moved. Now, after they moved there, after they gone there, there was a climatic change, and this climatic change is known as the Ice Age. You know that during the Ice Age, the dinosaurs, the big dinosaurs, they have died, right? So, not only the dinosaurs, also the apes, also the human beings, also the hominoids and hominids and all these people, they have died everywhere. So, there was a closure. Everything ended, everything stopped in Asia and Europe except Africa. Africa was still going on. In Africa, some of the early people, they have survived. You know the theory of Darwin, the survival of the fittest. So some fittest people, some fittest hominoids, some fittest homos, they have survived in Africa, and after the Ice Age, they have developed their organs, they have developed their everything to the new age, to the new development, and they have evolved in a new developed way. And then Again, from Africa, they have moved to places called Europe and Asia. Again, they have moved. Right? That means previously from Africa there was a movement, but this movement was stopped due to any natural calamities like the Ice Age. But again, after this Ice Age was over, a better developed, a better equipped, a better conditioned group of people again evolved from Africa and spread to these places. This model is known as the replacement model, because there was a complete replacement. There was a complete replacement of the previous group of people into a newly developed, newly advanced, newly adopted group of people, right? Now those historians, those archaeologists who promote this view, they say that this is the reason why everywhere human being or human nature is same. That is why everywhere means if you go to Canada, if you go to New Zealand, if you go to Uganda, if you go to China, everywhere when a child takes birth, he first crawls. He never runs. Nowhere in the world, right? That is the reason why human nature is same. Human nature is always same because of the same origin, because of the same adaptability, because of the same development which we went through. So this is called the regional continuity model. So nextly, we will try to understand that last one was the replacement model, and now we will try to understand the regional continuity. What is regional continuity? Same thing like that. From Africa, again a group of people, they have evolved and they have spread to places like Europe and Asia, right? They have evolved. And then again the Ice Age came, there was problems, but in Asia, Africa and Europe, some of the fit people, some of the fit animals, some of the fittest people, they survived and they continued to roam again. So what happened? Again, some people, they went in these areas, went in Asia, went in Europe, and this process continued. That means there was no stop, there was no replacement. People of Europe, Africa and Asia, they evolved, they developed on their own. They developed according to the weather, they developed according to the regional changes, they developed according to the geography of that particular land. Yes, their origin was from Africa, but this migration continued. And those people who, or those historians who support this view, they say that that is the reason that the people of Africa is black in skin color. That is the reason why the European people are having white skin color, right? So this is how the evolution takes place, and this is how the human evolution have taken place through ages. Okay, so in my next class, I will discuss about how the early human being obtained food and continued their life along with this. Thank you.